bit of a slow go to the spring here. So what I think we're going to do here is we'll do a couple of small little mini videos. One of our favorite treats actually is fruit roll-ups. And for those that like the kid version of fruit roll-ups, you can buy the sweetened applesauce. We usually buy the unsweetened. For those that are wondering why it is that you need applesauce, well, this has got pectin in it. You can make jam out of applesauce too, but that will make your fruit roll-ups very like pliable and keep it together. So we got two different ones we're going to make up today. So we're going to do one with 4 berry mix. If you go and keep your eye at Walmart, you can get a bag of these frozen things for like, this was $3.80 actually, and for 600 grams of fruit, you won't be able to buy it and put it together. So I'm going to start off with the blueberry, 4 berry mix, and the pectin, and then we'll get that, not pectin, but the applesauce. We'll get that. Sorry, that's a dog there. We'll get it all blended up, and then I'll show you what I use in the dehydrator and what settings I put it on for good results. So another option, if you actually want to make it a little sweeter, you can actually add some honey. At least honey, you're getting some other nutrients with it. But I like just to take a little sample before I put it in there. That's plenty sweet for me. Mm-hmm. I don't mind it being a little tart from the berries. The berries. So I want to show you guys this. You don't have to buy an Excalibur dehydrator, but you can get these sheets, and these are important. I know some people have tried using parchment paper. This is pretty sticky when it's fully done, and it's hard to get it off the parchment paper. It's a real racket. So like a silicone pad would be good. You can get them on Amazon, and you can get them from any size dehydrator. I bought this from Excalibur when I bought this unit years ago. And the only reason for this unit, it's just the sheer volume that it can handle. So, so that's the first thing, is get a tray that you can peel it off easy. So the second thing is you really want to pay attention to the temperature, and take this with a grain of salt here, but I typically go at the minimum that's required. So like a fruit roll-up, an example, is 135 Fahrenheit. Yes, you could turn it up higher and make your fruit roll-up, but I find vegetables, fruit roll-ups, I guess the flavor and the consistency is better when you cook it, but you dry it at a lower heat. It keeps more of those properties that you want from it. A word of caution: when you do your beef jerky, you better make sure it's at 145 or higher, because you don't want the meat to spoil as it's drying. But for berries and vegetables and those kinds of things, yeah, I typically do it at 135. And it might take a little longer, but I find it's a better result. Mm-hmm. So that's what's worked for me with this particular machine. All you gotta do is pour it out. I know it looks like a lot. Try to take it out to the edges where you can.
It's like spreading pizza sauce.
Thick pizza sauce. You're aiming for about a 1/2 inch-ish, maybe a little less. I like to try to get it as even as I can. Probably a little too thick, to be honest with you, but okay.
Sure.
And in it goes.
So we're just mixing up a second half batch here.
All right, so the next one is banana and mango. That's another good combination. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trays out of that.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Quite a bit. The other thing is we'll have to make sure we hide this from the kids because this goes like crack in this household. So this will probably go on for at least 24 hours. So how do you know? Well, when you can push your finger on it and not have any moisture on the tip of your finger, it's a pretty good indicator that it's good and dried out. Sometimes what I have to do is, after 24 hours, I might have to peel it off and flip it upside down and then hit it again, but we'll show all that. That's the case here. Mm-hmm. But most of the time, yeah, you can get away with just, depending on how dry it is in your house, but 24 hours is a pretty good indicator of how long fruit roll-ups take. So it's going to set it, 24 hours, and then we'll wait. The whole house will smell like baking. It's actually delicious. It smells so good. It's been 24 hours since the fruit leather has dried out, and it's good to process. Listen, I might need some help from you guys. So these foreign objects here, these scissors, that's what it's called. Somehow they walk around and they disappear, and like when you when you need to use them, they're no longer around. So does anybody else have this problem where somehow your kitchen scissors disappear from your kitchen? That was a dig at my kids. Anyway, it took me a while to find these, but we got these. So I got some scissors. I have some Ziploc bags. I like to cut them up in little strips, kind of make them like fruit roll-ups so you can roll them up. So we'll separate each kind, and I'll show you guys what they look like. So what do we have here? Looks like somebody already got into the fruit roll-ups.
That was you.
They're tasty. All right. So you can see here, this one worked out well. It had enough applesauce. I want to show you a mess up. So when you see something like this happening, there was not enough pectin in here. So I should have had more applesauce with the mixed berry. So believe it or not, I went half and half. I would probably go a little bit more than half and half. If you don't want that. It still tastes the same thing. It just, if you want a nice presentation, make sure you got lots of applesauce. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two different types and then we're going to process it up. Just take these and I roll them like this. And I put them in the bag. So I store these in the freezer until I'm ready to use them. That works best for me. They should be shelf stable for a while, but they don't take much to thaw out, and it's just actually they're kind of fun frozen too. They kind of get a little bit crispy.
Thanks for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. It really helps us grow our channel, and we appreciate everyone watching. Have a great week, everyone, and we will see you next Sunday for another adventure.